Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. And yes, I'm back home where I belong on the allotment, and it was nice to be away, but by heck, it wasn't half windy, and I still feel a little windswept. It's great to come back to the allotment. I was only away 4 days, but everything again has just shot up, and particularly the sunflowers. They've really gone, and the beautiful sweet peas behind me here. It smells delicious, and we've had lots of raspberries off over the last few days, and strawberries. It's becoming really productive, but there's still time to sow some seeds. So sit back, relax, welcome to the show. If you're a new subscriber, at this point, I always say, put your feet up, have a cuppa, and enjoy the show. It's a lovely morning here. It's a bit overcast actually, so I'm not sure whether we're going to get rain or not. It's quite warm. There has been a bit of wind. It's just dropped. So, but then again, here on the bench, I'm quite hidden away and secluded, which is rather lovely. As I say, we've had some lovely raspberries. In fact, we've got 4 or 5 here, and they're coming along very, very nicely. First year. Now, what can you still sow at this time of year? And yes, you can still sow. And believe it or not, you can still sow peas. So these are main crop ones, but you can still grow them. You can sow them now in little drills, of course, um, straight into the ground rather than pre-sow in your guttering or in tubs, buckets, whatever you want to grow them in, really. Get them in now, and of course they'll be into winter cropping. But they're very useful things to have on board, so I'm going to put some in because I haven't got any this year. I thought I had, but they're not peas. You can still plant and sow cabbage at this time of year. Get it out now. Of course, that means that it'll come in February time. February, March, April, May next year will be these cabbages, but they'll be around and about. You can put Swedes in still, sow them out, which is brilliant stuff. These don't take up much room either, and well, they'll be all right. So get those in. And carrots. We can still sow carrots. Isn't it fantastic? What's brilliant about sowing now with the carrots is, fingers crossed, that the season for the carrot fly is over, hopefully. And so these shouldn't be attacked with the fly. You won't need to put netting over them. And well, I've got some, I need to transplant out some carrots now. I've had these growing in the greenhouse, and they need now to be transplanted out into, well, I'm going to put it into a tub. Well, I say a tub, it's more of a Hessian tub. Here we are. I've got that, and I'm going to pop them into there, and hopefully we'll have some nice carrots later in the year. Isn't that magnificent? We're still getting stuff we can sow. You could probably try cauliflowers, even though it's up to last month. You could get those in as well. So fingers crossed. Good luck with that. Well, here I am at the other end of the allotment, where I've got my sprouts and cabbages in here too. I've decided to put some more carrots in this end because the ones I sowed earlier, there's about 5 or 6 come out, are actually starting to grow. The rest haven't happened. I think because there were too many weeds actually in the trench, because it was well manured. So it's been obviously fighting against the weeds as always, as we always are. Now, what's been fascinating is, do you remember that I had the cabbage over there that was completely almost eaten away? Well, I've had it covered, and it is recovering. It's coming back, which is a fantastic thing. So it's obviously the birds have been eating it. So the cover has worked really well. The netted frame that I've had over it, I've taken it away for filming because I want to point to this here. Look, should I get my pointer? Look at this. Now, that is a squash plant, I hope. And I say I hope because there's another one over there. I don't think it's a cucumber. I think it's a squash. So that is going to go trail all the way throughout the allotment. My pumpkins haven't turned up as always. I don't know why this year. Again, no pumpkins. But that squash has. So we're going to have some sort of lovely, beautiful fruits at the end of it, hopefully. And it seems to be really enjoying being under the cover. It's probably made the climate a little bit warmer down here. And so hopefully the carrots I've put in now, The carrots, I've got a couple left to go in, and basically I'll just get my stick, and it's quite simple actually. You make a hole like that, as deep as you can get it, and then I waggle it around a bit, and then basically you get your little carrot, bless it, and you pop it in the hole. Now there's no forcing it in, pop it there, because when I water it later, or should I say when the heavens water it later, they'll just naturally water themselves in a little bit like we do when we put our leeks in. You just pop them in a hole and then water around it, and the soil will go around the roots. So fingers crossed, these carrots will take. And yeah, it's exciting, especially to see if that is really a squash plant. Brilliant stuff. Well, behind me in my greenhouse here, covered greenhouse, my tomatoes are finally speedily growing up. So is the cucumber as well. In fact, I've got little flowers on the cucumber, so fingers crossed we'll get some cucumbers on. Because of the weather we've had, everything is enjoying it, and it's shooting up, which is rather lovely. I was a little bit behind, but now I think we're catching up, and it's great, especially in my other greenhouse. My tomato plants in there, they've shot up again. They seem to be blossoming in the heat. And well, as for the loafers and the butternut squash in the other greenhouse, should we have a photograph? Look at these. I definitely now need to get my netting up. Something, strings, poles. I just need to go and buy some tape to fasten it all together, because they're going to need something to grow on and get them off the ground. So exciting. I can't wait for the loafers. There's two in there and they're both doing pretty well. So fingers crossed, they'll keep doing well. I think they're just really enjoying the heat in there, because I don't open the door at all. So they're getting really humid. And every so often, I water the glass, so it gives a nice humid atmosphere for a little while. Not too much. But yeah, exciting times ahead here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. But once again, thanks ever so much for watching. It's great to have you all on board. And well, I'll see you very shortly back here on the Yorkshire Allotment. Ta-ra for now.